Hey besties, welcome to the Creative Nest. For those of you who are new here, I'm Catherine and I make sewing simple. I like to do quick and easy projects. Now, I am so sore because I've been walking and jogging a lot lately, and you know, like when you haven't done it for such a while, your body, like you feel it, feel it. And so I feel that in my thighs. I feel all the aches and pains in my thighs. Despite the pain, I feel so pumped up. I feel like I have so much energy. So why let this energy go to waste? Come sew with me while I share some tips with you. Let's get sewing. I have already cut out my pattern. So what you will need for this project is your sewing machine, scissors, pins, pinking shears, pattern from which you will create the pants from. And this pattern has pockets as well as a zipper fly, zipper shield, and of course the waistband. So I have already went ahead and cut out all my pieces. Okay, so these are the two fronts and I've already pinned the pocket to it. This is the zipper shield and the zipper fly, and lastly the back of our pants. Now I have already put in my darts. I'm going to line these up so that I can sew my darts on the back. Now the front would not have darts. You will see what I do with the front in a little bit. I don't know if I should do carriers. I may do carriers. I'm going to stitch down the darts. I'm going to do my pocket, so I'm going to stitch using a 1/2 inch, and once I'm done with that, I will turn it over and I will top stitch, and this will be towards the pocket and not the actual pants. This is my fly shield. I will do a zigzag stitch here and at the end there, and then I will put these two together to make them into one because it's two. I'm going to stitch from here, come up all around, and I'm going to zigzag the edges. Oh my, I am so rude. I didn't even show you all the fabric. Okay, so this is the fabric and it's a lightweight soothing fabric, beige or cream color, one of those. Yeah, and it has absolutely no stretch. It's a woven. For my carriers, this is a piece of fabric and it's about 2 inches wide, and I'm going to create 6 carriers, 5 or 6. So all I'm going to do is turn it over about a 1/2 inch, turn it over a 1/2 inch, and then let the two meet, and then I will pin it down and sew it on the very edge on that side and then on that side. And that's what I'm going to do. I also need a zipper. I don't know if I told you that. Try to get as close as a matching thread to your fabric. Mine is a little darker, just a shade darker, just a smidgen darker, but that was the closest thing. Make sure back stitch at the beginning and at the end and take out your pins. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance all throughout. Stay down, came up, God made a way. This will be for the carriers, and I will cut these in 3.5 strips. Measure 3.5. And once you have one, you could just use that as a guide to cut the other one. You need 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add an extra one. I'm going to put wrong side to wrong side. So I'm going to stitch from here to the other end, and then I will do that for all 2 of those pockets. And once I'm done with that, I will turn the pocket over to the right side. So pretend like we already stitched it. I'm going to turn it to the right side and I'm going to top stitch. When I'm finished with that, I will show you the next step. Take these to the ironing board. I'm going to iron them down flat, and then I will just stitch this together. While I was at the sewing machine, I ironed my pockets down the same time. I also iron my dart. My dart is going towards the back. Next thing that I'm going to do is attach the back seam I'm going to stitch from there until I get to where the crotch starts at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to put my 2 front pieces together. I'm going to leave an opening of 7.5 inches. So I'm going to measure from the top down to 7.5 inches, and that's right about there. So I'm going to put a pin there, and so I'm going to stitch from where this pin is to the end using a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So I have stitched up both of my seams. The next thing that we're going to do is insert the zipper. A zipper might be intimidating to some people, but once you get the hang of it, you really get the hang of it. Attach your front and back at the side seams. Also going to pin at the crotch area. All right, so you're going to stitch, pin and stitch your side seams, and then after that we are going to work on the waistband. So let me do that now. Stay down, came up, now that you have gotten to this point, go and try your pants on to see if you have to make any adjustments. Hopefully you don't have to, and then I will show you the next step. So I almost forgot to do something. I had to take out all my side seams. I left in the crotch, but y'all couldn't tell me, miss, you ain't do what you tell us you was gonna do. But anyhow, at least I remembered before I had the whole thing. When I tried on the pants, I was like, something is missing. And then I realized that I didn't do the thing I tell you all I was gonna do. Where the dots are supposed to go, I made 2 little snips. So this is one snip right there. You can't see it. It's like a needle in a haystack trying to show you that. And the other snip is right here. So I'm just going to pin it just so you could have a visual. All right, so where I had my notch for my dot to the top, I just created a straight line straight to the bottom. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to stitch from the top to the bottom, about that much. And you're going to do that on all 2 sides. After I finish that, I'm going to re-stitch my side seams, and then we'll move on to the waist. That is what you should have. So this is how the pants is looking. This is how she is looking at the moment. So beautiful. We're going to measure our waist just so we can figure out what size waistband we need. Okay, so measure straight around. So that's 30. I'm going to attach my carriers. I'm going to put one here and make sure I put it in the middle of that seam. I'm going to put the other one on the other side. The other one is going to go in the back. Goes there. And then the other 2. So let's measure in between. So I don't want to go right here. So like right there. And let's measure these 2, because I will make sure I put it the exact spot that I put that one. I want to make sure that they do match up. And that's it. 2 in the front, 1 in the back seam, and 2 on either side. Alright, so we are in the final stage of the pants. So the waistband is on. And the only thing left for me to do now is to finish the carriers. Well, 2 things. Finish the carriers and figure out what I'm going to use here. So to do the carriers, all you're going to do is you're going to turn it over about 1/4 inch, and then you're going to place it up there about 1/8 inch from the edge, and then you're going to run a few stitches back and forth, and you're going to do that for all of them. So let me do that right quick. So like I was saying, let's start with this one. So you're going to fold it over, and then you're going to place it, make sure it's straight, and you're going to put it on the machine, and you're going to stitch that down about 3-4 times. And just like that, your carrier is complete. So that is your carrier. And so I'm going to do that for the other 4. And then when I'm done, I will show you the completed pants. This is the pants in all of its glory. And this is also a top that I made. You would have noticed a similar top to this, the yellow and beige, I think, stripe one. But I made another one. Obviously, I didn't learn my lesson because I came in again. I was supposed to come like in that much, but I still went out. Brain is on vacation, clearly. All right, so this is the pants. I'll make sure I don't flash y'all. This is the pants. And I almost had forgotten this detail, but I caught myself in time. So this is the front of the pants, and now I will show you the back of the pants. So this is the back of the pants. And the pants has belt loops or carriers. I don't know which one you call it, but belt loops or carriers. All right, so that is it. Thank you for spending your time with me while I sewed something new. Not really new to my channel with the exception of this. But other than that, not so new. But I can't wait to finish my August makes. Did I do a lot? No, not in terms of me sewing from patterns, but I did my own thing, as you can see in the video before this. But that is it for this video. It is so hot, so I'm gonna call it a night. So I can turn on my AC because your girl is sweating. You're really sweating. So I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Oh, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. Share my video with family and friends and all those persons who love sewing or who simply want to be inspired. I will see you in the next video. Be blessed. Bye.